Guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Tom. I live in Japan and I play Lorcana here. And we're on set 3 of Lorcana right now. And we have just entered the set championships for the last few weeks. And honestly, it's not been a great experience. And I wanted to just talk about that a little bit. So we'll kind of go off the cuff here. We'll talk about my experiences. And I wanted to share it with you guys and see what the community at large thinks about this. And hopefully, there's some changes in the future for everything like that. So I had made a tweet here a few days ago or yesterday. This is the 6th set championships that I've been to that I've just been told to go home because I lost the random lottery to enter the tournament. Takaratami or Ravensburger should just do advanced signups because traveling 3 hours to get told to go home makes me not want to play Lorcana. And it got a decent amount of likes here. And I got a lot of replies. And I kind of wanted to go into that and sort of tell you guys what the situation here in Japan is, because a lot of people seemed really confused as to what was happening. And a lot of people gave me advice that just didn't make any sense in Japan for how the system is run here. So I wanted to sort of walk through that. So let's translate this website. It's the same prizes. We're getting the Stitch and the Champion mat, but it depends on how many people are there as to what you will get or how many stitches will be given out. So if there's 1 to 8 players, the lowest I've seen has been 8, but there could be a 4-player event, I guess. Only first place will get a Stitch and the Champion mat. But for every single one of these events, there will also be 1 Stitch that is randomly given out to a player. And there is also 1 mat that will be randomly given out to a player. That mat is the mat that does not say champion. This one here. So these are both randomly given out. And then depending on how many players, so if it's 8 or less, there's 1 Stitch and 1 champion mat. If there's 9 to 16, 2 Stitches, 1 champion mat. 17 to 32, first place, second place, third place, get a Stitch. 33 to 48, first place, second place, third place, fourth place, all get a Stitch. As well, in all of these, there is the random mat and the random Stitch. Now, if we go online and we check what the prices are going for these stitches, let's see if I can pull that up really quickly. We'll just get this one here. Stitch. There's one right there. So the stitches are going for about 14,000 yen. I don't know what they went for in America. We see one for 12 here. Let's see what they've sold for. Wrong button. So promo mat sold for 10,000. Stitch for 15, Stitch for 13. So let's see what that equals into American. That's about $80 US for the Stitch, and for a mat, it's about $70. But of course, those are bigger numbers for people who live and work here. It's roughly, if it's 10,000 yen, that's roughly like $100 to me for someone who lives and works here. So a lot of these events are getting lots and lots of people showing up to them, and a lot of the same people showing up to them because they want multiple stitches or they're good players and they want to go to multiple. Now, a couple things that I wanted to cover and go over in this were, so let's look at June, for example, were that I am getting turned away from these events because a majority of them have small capacities that you cannot sign up in advance for. And for where I live, I don't live in Tokyo and I don't live in a major city. I do live in a major city, but I don't live in one of the 3 cities or 4 or 5 cities that they decide are the most important cities. I live about an hour away from Tokyo and I live about an hour away from Nagoya. But both of those, to get to them is a little bit expensive. To get to Tokyo on the Shinkansen costs about $150 in my money. And to get to Nagoya, I can get there much cheaper, but it can take, an hour or 2 hours. So I'm not far away from these big cities. The most that I will be doing, let's go ahead and translate this website. So this is our search for finding out events. So if you want to come to Japan and go to events, this would be your best friend on the Takaratami Lorcana website. And we'll go ahead and go to the Aichi prefecture. That is the closest to me. And let's just look for the whole month of June at what we have. So this one on a Friday, June 6th, which is a Friday, had a capacity of 8 people and was at 7 p.m., right? This one here, capacity 16 people, 2 p.m. This one here, capacity 16 people, 4 p.m. So you can see they go on and on. Now, the biggest thing that I've seen from Americans and people that are not from Japan have been big surprises that we have games on weekdays and we also have games midweek at early times. So if we scroll down here, I mean, this is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Sunday at 2, Sunday at 4, Friday at 7. That's all fine. But here we have one on the 14th. That's a Saturday. That's fine. Saturday, Sunday. This one here, Turkey. Funny translation there. It's Saturday, Sunday, 29th. Maybe this is a bad example. Sunday. This one's on a Monday here. So this is on a Monday at 3 p.m. and the capacity is 8 people, right? So, I mean, as we're scrolling through here, we're seeing a lot of them at prime time, Sunday at 3 p.m., 8 people capacity. And I mean, this isn't Toyohashi, it's not, but I know I'm going all over the place. Please forgive me. But let's look at this one here, right? Friday, 7 p.m., people just get off work, 8 people max. Let's see where this is. It is literally a few feet away from the major station. Right? It is a few feet away. And it is the only set championships on that whole day for this part of Japan. Right? Now, this isn't an issue. These places are small, they don't have a lot of room. But the real issue comes when you're not local to the area. Maybe you don't have any games local to you. Where I live is in Shizuoka Prefecture. And if we look up in Shizuoka for the month of June, so Aichi had 15. For my area, we have 3. And these are all extremely far away from one another. These are not close, and these are far away from each other. This one's $5 to enter. This one's $3 or $10 to enter in purchases, and this one's $5 to enter. So the issue comes from the way that it's currently situated, the way that it's currently organized, is that on the release of all of these dates, everyone in the country, I think, kind of just got to pick what day and what slot and how many seats they had available. And everyone just picked. So we had set championships on day 1 of set 3's release at 11 a.m. And we will have set championships on the last day of the tournament at 7 p.m. in different cities across the country. So there's a lot more games going on in general, right? We have 200 games across the country in June. 200 set championships. So you can see them all here. But the problem is that for a lot of people that aren't in Tokyo, that aren't in Nagoya, you have to travel long distances to get there. So this is my 6th set championship I've gone to that I have not been allowed to play. You show up, they don't do sign up until about 30 or 10 minutes prior to it opening. And then you go and you scan the QR code, you write your name, you put your deck code in. And then if they go over this, what day is this? Friday? No, this is tomorrow. This is Tuesday at 7 p.m. 8 people are allowed to go. It's 7 p.m. A bunch of people just got off work. There's the ability to get, a $100 card, a $100 mat. You're going to get people showing up to these games, no matter where they are. So what I've seen time and time again in the Aichi area and the Tokyo area is these events that have small capacities for areas that can hold more people. But let's say that's not an option. Let's say the capacity is what they can hold. They don't allow you to know or understand if you're going to play in it until 5 minutes before the event starts, until 3 minutes before the event starts. So I've been going to these events. I've been traveling. So I traveled 3 or 2.5 hours on the train. I actually missed a transfer. The train was delayed. So I missed a transfer. I had to take a longer thing. I had to walk 30 minutes. And that's my own fault. That's my own problem. I have to go there on my own. That's my problem. The store has nothing to do with that. I'm not putting that on them. But the issue is that these stores are not an easy to access areas. They know that to get to this area is going to be difficult. They know that people are traveling for these, and they know that the cards on display are 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 worth a decent amount of money, right? Not a lot of Lorcana players are going to be living in Mishima. They're going to be living in Shizuoka or Yokohama or Kofu or Hamamatsu or Toyohashi, and they're going to be traveling to go to this game because there's only 3 in the whole state prefecture for the month. So you go, you sign up, you scan the QR code, and then clock strikes 7. Oh, we have 38 people here for our 8-person tournament. So now we're going to do a lottery and we're going to eliminate, you know, 20 of you. And 20 of you need to go home. So for this game that I played, that I went to yesterday, I traveled a long time. And this has happened multiple times. I had one in Tokyo where I showed up. It was a 48-person cap, and 110 people showed up. I didn't get to play it, and a lot of my other friends didn't get to play it. 1,000-person cap for the Grand Prix. Me and a lot of my friends did not get into that. And that's okay if that's how they want to do it. At least for the Grand Prix, I knew in advance. I didn't go to Tokyo and get told that I can't play at this event. The issue is that you don't know about this because shops in Japan are very pen and paper, are very there's no centralized system for any of this stuff, right? So here's my searches here. So a lot of shops in Japan this is their tournament schedule. This huge paper that's been posted on Twitter. That's it. That's how you find games at this place, right? If you want to sell your cards, you have to go on their Twitter or go to the shop physically and check the prices, right? Here's a shop list. This is what they're buying these prices, these HoloLive cards for. And that's the culture in Japan. That's fine. But I think if Lorcana is going to be successful here, because I've heard this sentiment coming from a lot of Japanese players as well. It's not just me, the foreigner living in Japan, who has a problem with this. It seems like Takara Tomy kind of dropped the ball on this, and they've dropped the ball in the past with games that they've done. If you have these big ticket items where you're limiting it to 8 people that can attend an event in prime time, Saturday, downtown Tokyo, Akihabara. I saw one on this Saturday, 8 people, Akihabara, downtown, the only set championship that whole day. And they're not going to do an advanced sign up, and they're going to have 40, 50 people show up and hope that they can get into this event. Then once you're in, you have to play best of 1, and you have to play with another 8 people. You have to play with another 7 people or 48 people, whatever it is. Best of 1 isn't fun as it is, let alone maybe the 6 people that get in are people who already have stitches and they're all champions. Maybe they're all people who are brand new to the game and it's easy for that person to get a stitch. There's just so many variables here that I've heard from, people outside of Japan that they use the melee system, that they're currently transferring to the Ravensburger system, the Play Hub, whatever it might be. Please bring that stuff to Japan. Takara Tomy, please, if you watch this, if this video gets out to you guys, please. A lot of people in Japan have been agreeing with me, have been very confused by this situation. It sucks. I've never seen something like that before. Sorry about that. Ravensburger needs to fix it. I need to be livid. What a waste of time. The ability to get in is not the problem. It is that we are forced to go physically to an event, right? I wish that there was an app for pre-orders like in other manufacturers. I always think that Bushiroad and Bandai just complete the process with lotteries and such online. You just know you're going to this event and you know you're going to get in. If you think the game is not going to be successful, if we don't want to support the game, then that's fine. The game will die or people will get frustrated and leave. That's what it seems like is going to happen in the long run here. Because someone like me, a lot of my friends, going to lots of events and just not getting in, wasting your whole day just trying to play the game. I could have done anything else. And this is 6 set championships in a row, right? This isn't one I didn't get in. I'm so angry. It's multiple. And a lot of my friends have shared this sentiment, Japanese and non-Japanese alike. So I just wanted to bring this kind of to my YouTube followers, to the community at large. If you watch this, thanks for watching. If you're interested in any more Japanese Lorcana content, feel free to follow or subscribe. I'll keep you guys up to date with anything that kind of falls in line with this. And if you have any questions or any advice on what we can do, or if you know anyone who can do anything about this or help us get it looked at, I hope it changes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll try and play Lorcana as long as I can, hopefully. I mean, I don't need to win a stitch. I just want to play in the game. I just want to go to a set championship. I'm just a bit tired of traveling long distances and then getting told 5 minutes before you didn't make it. And a lot of my friends are as well, and I think this is what kills a game for those who are putting in the time and putting in the effort to play it, spending the money on the cards, and then just not being able to play. So that does that. I probably ran in circles a couple times. Thank you for watching if you did. Hopefully this brought some light to the situation. Uh, yeah. So this is Tom with the Frugal channel. I play Lorcana in Japan, and if you're interested in anything more like this, feel free, like I said, to subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any, and share this video with anyone else who might be interested in this kind of information. I'm currently working on a video on communication styles in Japan, how to communicate using Japanese while playing Lorcana, as well as a video talking about some shops in Japan that I visited, some shops in Tokyo that I visited while I was there for the Grand Prix, and things like that. But again, thank you for watching. I'm a bit salty, but it's okay. I just like playing the game. I just want to play it some more. All right. That's all for now. Bye bye.